Hello! It is a extra streaming day today. Is my audio working? Yes, it is. Looks like. Anyway, hopefully. Let's see what we can do in Subnautica. Everything appears to be working. I definitely skimmed through my startup checklist as fast as I could, so... Hi, C. Lalona1 and Rayburst. Let's see, I think first on my list is making 2 more scanner room range upgrades. Oh, there's a radio message that I haven't listened to yet, I guess.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1.
Yes, I'm the last new target. Lucky me. Let's just see how our thing is doing. I did add a point thing for choosing new sea moth names and colors. Let's see, what do I need to make another range upgrade? Copper and magnetite. That should be easy enough. Copper. So I want 2 more of those, I think, at least. Maybe even 3, but we'll start with 2. Keep 1 speed upgrade and do 2 range upgrades. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Now I can see a long ways. Nice if I could crouch so I could really look down at the bottom of this map. There's clearly like a big, like I assume that's that pink mushroom jelly cavern thing that's way down there that I'm looking at. But anyway, next thing on my list of things to do is to gather the resources for a portable scanner. Basically, junk that I can stick in my Seamoth's new trunk and then go somewhere and just build a standalone scanner room with its own power source and a fabricator in it so that I can kind of collect stuff, so I can have like an area to work out of that can scan a region. For that, I need stuff for a hatch, stuff for a scanner room, stuff for some solar panels, and stuff for a fabricator. And ideally stuff for a bioreactor, because that would let me power it without solar panels if it was too deep for solar panels to work. That might be a better choice to go with anyway. Also some extra titanium for lockers, potentially, but I can probably find titanium almost anywhere, I would think. So titanium, gold, and a table coral sample for the fabricator. The scanner room... I'm just going to make a note of this. I think it's in the second Subnautica game they added a thing where you can just like put on your HUD what recipes you're working on and it'll list all the things and what you have in your inventory. Scanner room. The 5 titanium, 2 copper, gold, table coral. And 2 copper, 1 gold, 1 table coral. Oh, we're changing the see. Well, I am certainly close enough to my oops, wrong way. Certainly close enough to go and do that. I really like these glass tubes. Okay, let's see. So seahorse, red and green. Seahorse, 2 words. I assume the period is not supposed to be in there. And then we actually have 3 colors. There's the base color, which is most of the outside. Then there's the stripe color, which is kind of like across the cockpit there. And then there's the interior color. You want to specify, one more color or not. How green we want to go here, but a little darker green. Maybe a little darker green like this. A little more saturated red that's, I don't know, not bright. You're kind of stuck with this kind of candy gloss sheen on it either way, but oh, and the name color can be different too. Right now it's just black. Let's make the name silver maybe? Can I kind of do a silver? Or would a silver be? I guess I probably can't get it very silver. We can do kind of a gray like that. How does that look? A little dark. I think I want to lighten that up. Maybe just give it a tiny bit of bluishness. Try that. It still is a little hard to make out, although it seems like it should be lighter than that. It still shows up as being really dark. Maybe just however it blends with the color under it isn't very good. Well, I don't know. Try that, I guess. Alright, so scanner room hatch, I believe, is 2 quartz and, or no, 1 quartz and 2 titanium. 1 quartz, 2 titanium. Oh, for a total 7 CI, 2 copper, gold, cable coral, and what else do we need? That's the... I guess to do a bioreactor, we'd also need a multi-purpose room to put it in, and that would be a whole lot more titanium. So we'll try to make do with solar panels. 2 more quartz, 2 more titanium and copper per each. Quartz, 2 CI. Is it 2, 2, and 2, or is it 2, 2, and 1 copper? So 9 titanium, 3 copper, total. And finally the fabricator, because that's important, is going to be titanium, gold, and table coral. 1 gold, 1. So 10. 2 and 2. Okay, I got my list of stuff that I need, I think, together. Anything else I would just add on later, I think. But also means this has to be someplace shallow enough and with nothing overhead for it to work. We can start like above where pod 19 is. That would probably be a good starting point. And also bring the scanner modules with. Let's see what I've got first. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll bring a little extra for a locker. Three copper, 2 gold. I need more quartz. I don't have enough quartz. I'll think. Oh, I have another one here. 3 quartz. That just leaves the table coral. And I have enough space to collect it too, so I'm just going to go over here where I have table coral sitting around. A little extra table coral.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, actually I had table coral in here anyway. Just double checking my list of things. Oh right, I probably need more of the solar panel things, because I'm going to want at least 2 solar panels. More would be better, but maybe get by with 2. Fill up the trunk. Fill up the trunk on the other side. And quartz, titanium, and copper for the solar panels. So I am a little short on some of that stuff. I guess I can do 2. Quartz, copper, 2 more titanium, only 1 more titanium. Well, surely I can find 1 titanium out there. Oh, plus I grabbed a couple extra before anyway for the locker, so I'll have enough for 2 solar panels. Alright, then I just need to swap batteries out, eat a bunch, and be ready to go. I'm going so far that I can't easily make trips back and forth, but battery. One, 2, 3, 4. May as well try to have a bunch of fresh batteries. And a repair tool. Battery, battery. Take 1 fresh battery with. Okay, I think I just need to eat, beaver, and then I'm ready to go. Marble melon, so good, full of water. Take some large filtered water with us too. I might just put like 1 marble melon seed in there too. I don't know. Maybe not. I won't. Maybe I'll. If I wind up coming back and wanting to go back out, I'll do that. I should have enough of everything for a while without doing that. But I can. Oops, still table coral. Oh well. Because I can cook fish with my knife, and I'll have a fabricator there anyway. Suppose I should check the equipment locker to see if there is anything in there that I want to take with me, but I think I'm good. I forget what else I have in there. Oh right, beacons. I do want those. Wait, now we're going to go towards Pod 19 and Pod 2. I think which are both kind of generally in the same area. So I want to collect a bunch of ruby anyway.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Systems online.
Beacon manager. Remember there's a lot of ruby around where Pod 19 was. So Pod 19 and Pod 2 are both turned on. So I think those were in the same general direction. Oh, maybe not. There's Life Pod 2 to the north-northwest. Oh, there's 19. The southwest. Oh, okay. So I guess the question is whether I want to investigate Pod 2 or Pod 19 first. And do my base thing. Maybe I'll go check out Pod 2 first. We haven't been there yet. Oh, gasopods, that's what those are called. Hello, gasopods. Hello, more gasopods. I guess I can use their green gas turd things to make gas torpedoes. Now. For my sea moth, if I made it a torpedo launcher. It's still really shallow up here. Must drop off real quick. Sometimes the creepvine shadows make me think there's something real big and scary around. Looks like a fragment of something. Probably just a sea moth fragment, but let's take a scan. Yeah, it's just a sea moth fragment. I think it's a titanium though. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Excuse me, fish. Oh, what? That hurt my sea moth more than I expected. Jelly ray. I don't want to look over there, but... And yeah, here's a big drop-off. I guess sunk 500 meters. Maybe it wound up sinking even deeper than. Oh, ray burst with the combined things. Ooh, yeah, we got some interesting stuff down here. I don't see anything scary around. Let's get out and scan this. Bloodroot. Seem like I can do anything with it. It's not that way. Kind of want to grab the sports too. Okay, what's bloodroot? It's It's in the exploitable list. I'm just gonna skim. Well, these root systems generally extend from one cave wall to another. Coiled root system. Where this root system breaks through into open water, its tendrils coil around one another for enhanced structural integrity. Cave wall rooting. Where the root meets the... Oops. I just saw a warp, I think. Don't see it now, though. Don't hear it. It's pretty far away. Thought I saw a warp behind the encyclopedia. Continues to grow, albeit at a slow rate. Both blood roots and blood vines produce blood oil pustulas, confirming they are in fact one and the same flora species. The majority of the root system thrives within the rock itself, occasionally breaking into open water to reach untapped mineral resources or generating vines which feed on water-based nutrients. Oh, there's something scary. You know what, this is the best shot I've had at one of these. I'm gonna go try and scan it. It's so hard to hit anything with this gun, though. The shots are really slow. There we go. Scan. Crab squid. Scan. Back towards the seahorse. Oh, I can just pick those up. Blood oil.
New blueprint acquired.
They're kind of big, but... Inventory. Well, that's okay. I still have a bunch of trunk space in here. This upper trunk. They'd be processed into benzene. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, there was a warp over there. So yeah, there's something warping around. It's more of that uranium stuff. Making me a little nervous. Simply because those things are around somewhere. Is that an egg or just a pustule that... Oh yeah, it's just blood oil laying around. Bonk. Bonked my head on my sea moth. Is that a new plant that I haven't seen? Oh yeah, ghostweed. And bloodvine, which I guess is similar to those bigger blood root things. Whatever this is. Rude cradle. Oh, and there's something swimming around down there that's all zappy looking. A lot of quartz here. A lot of... I'm gonna make a quick note of that. A lot of quartz. Lots of... Actually, I'm gonna pause while I make this note. Lots of quartz. The blood vines was odd too. Well, those things seem to want to stay on the bottom, so maybe I can stay higher and just swim down and avoid getting my sea moth too trashed. Well, we'll just see how this goes, I guess. Yay!
Integrating new PDA
See a
data.
data box. Usually there's a data box, and the thing was real close to me. I did not like that. So let's try to scan this thing. Missed. Can't keep up with it. Well, there's a data box here, I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Up we go. I'll play the PDA once I'm further away from all of this stuff. It's dark, I can't see, but I'm afraid of attracting anything with my lights. Well, I think I'm shallow enough that all the scary stuff that I was seeing isn't gonna be up here, but I'm still pretty deep. Whoa! Front. Okay, let's go up. Wham! That wall came out of nowhere. Guess it's already nighttime too. Ooh, bone shark. Hopefully I'm faster than it. Okay, I guess it was chasing me, but gave up. Do. Spooky at night. One's playing the creepy music too. Sure why I deserve the creepy music, but stalker pushing some metal salvage around.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, we are out of there. Next we'll head towards Pod 19 and build that scanner room. Once I've eaten a bit again and stashed all the stuff I just grabbed. That was actually wound up being quite a bit. Quartz. Blood oil. Need some place to put the blood oil. I might be a little low on titanium. Wait, these two titanium were extra. What keeps things from I don't want from coming up in the moon pool? Well, I don't know. Here, I would say there aren't that many things in the moon pool. And there don't seem to be any, like, amphibious things. All the things that... Seems like it's all, you know, a small number of land creatures and water creatures, and not much in the way of stuff that would go up. But maybe there's something in the moon pool that keeps other things out, too. I don't know. Alright, I was at some point going to make another room to have like a actual storage room so I could organize stuff better, but... Let's see, let's put... This is the one that I took stuff out of? No. But I can put those 2 extra table coral in there. That's right, I put the... I wonder if I can even reach that front. Let me try. Oop! Fell in. Whoops! Come on. Climb the ladder. Get out of there. There we go. I can reach the trunk. So let's read about these materials I just found. And the blood vines, I guess. This species of kelp grows in sparse copses deep on the ocean floor and provides shelter for an array of distinct fauna and megafauna. Survival at these depths is challenging, and the life forms which make their homes here have developed unusual coping mechanisms, including a bleaching of skin pigment, dependency on naturally occurring metals and oils to adjust to temperature and pressure, and in some cases even electrical defense mechanisms. The vibrant red oils which seep from the blood vine coagulate into semi-hard pustules which frequently fall loose and form a vital foodstuff for the local ecosystem, or are otherwise reabsorbed into the ground over time. Now what about... Oh, also there's that PDA I just got.
Flotation devices failed.
We're flooding. Evacuate.
Wait. I can reconfigure the O2 system to act as a bilge pump.
It's working.
Okay, good news. We're alive and we've stopped sinking.
Bad?
The oxygen's going to run out in 30 minutes and we're 500 meters down.
What do we do?
We'll have to use the remaining juice to send a distress call and build whatever gear we can. Then we find a way to the surface.
Glad my pod wound up working out better than everyone else's. Let's see. I'm gonna see what I can do with these blood oil things. Probably don't just want to store all of them. They take up a lot of space. I can make benzene, and from benzene I can make synthetic fibers. I don't know what use I have for that yet, but... Ooh, 3 blood oil for that. I guess I will use 3 blood oil and make a benzene. Yeah, that might be something that I would want to do on site as well. If I ever need a lot of benzene, I probably... Because even filling my Seamoth trunks, I can only put like 4 of these per trunk. Alright, let's charge up this other battery that didn't quite get charged. That I didn't have room for in the charger. Do a little marble melon dance. Maybe some lantern fruit. Use a little more water. I'll just drink one of these. I have some more marble milling over here too, but at some point I'm gonna have to do something with all this salt. Maybe just make that ton of bleach, but alright, time to go to the next spot. Prepare and go. Now I do recall
Systems online.
Pod 19, where Pod 19 was, didn't exactly seem that scary. The Degassi area had a bunch of scary things. I don't know if it's just because I didn't happen to run into anything at the time that was too scary. This wreck is really close. Surely I've been in here already. Take a quick look. Well, that door is intact. There's like a volcanic vent there. Oh hey, there's a PDA. I guess I haven't been in here yet. True manifest all
Integrating new
portal.
PDA data.
Paul is the son, I think? Information about him. Where did my scan go? Mobile vehicle bay fragment. Don't need that, but more titanium. It's cool. That doesn't go anywhere. Guess that's it for here. So there's another something somewhere. Actually, go breathe the surface water. I don't think I've done that for a while. Or surface air, not surface water. Can't breathe water yet. Yep, I don't know.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I guess I'll continue where I was going. It was this way. Do. Saw a lump sticking out of the thing I was going past, but it was just the giant shell coral thing. Oh, there's a... wait. There's a sparkly peeper. That mean there's one of those vents around here somewhere? Not close to Pod 19. Well, I guess I didn't see it if it was around here. Hearing some weird crunchy noises. Okay, let's get down this way. That lumpy thing there. I guess it's just a random, insignificant coral. There's some nice deposits of quartz and magnetite down here. that I can't do anything with. So I still don't have a thawing suit. Also some table coral if I didn't bring enough or something. Oh, there's another sparkly... Oh, here we go. There's a vent here. And some ruby and stuff. So this might not be a bad place to actually make my whole thing. Except I can't do it under here because I won't be able to get any power. So I don't want to be too deep. But I could put it above here. Oops, sorry, things. Don't know how much power I'll get here. Let's try maybe right here. See if this is shallow enough. Oh, I need 3 more titanium as well. Got some gold and stuff. 3. And if I decide that I don't need this anymore, and I unbuild it, I'll get all these resources back, so it's not wasted at all in any case. Okay, the way in here. And put some power on top. More titanium. If this doesn't work, I can maybe build something up higher. Although I don't have anywhere of beaming power down to it, I don't think. I might have one fragment of something that's like that. Let's see, are you getting any power? Yes. Getting at least some power. It's the base just
Power
powered up.
restored. All primary systems online.
Side handle. Oh, I forgot to bring the sensor
Welcome
modules with
aboard,
me.
Captain.
My range is going to be real limited. Not much power coming in here. Although there's fragments I can still scan, so maybe. Might be worth doing anyway. There's this wreck right here. And it's getting dark, so I'm suddenly not going to have any power anyway. Do I have enough stuff to make a quick bed? No, I need fiber mesh, and I didn't bring that. What if I just, like, sit on a bench? Can I sit on a bench to wait until daytime? Oh, I can sit.
Warning, endorphin levels low. Consider taking a seat and meditating. It may help to remember that problems exist only where you choose to see them.
You say so. Yeah, I think it might be worth going back to get one fiber mesh. Or going to get some creep vines so I can make one fiber mesh so I can make a bed. I also need the scanner modules that I forgot to bring. Later. In the locker for all the rubies and stuff I'm gonna collect. I'm still getting power, so I guess it is actually daytime. Maybe it was the eclipse that happens all the time. Let's look at for a data box, because apparently there's one of those nearby. At wreck, I would guess. Oop, I kind of have a floating locker. Let's unfloat my locker here, because that just seems weird to me. Oh, a couple data boxes in this wreck. Better. I don't know how long the power is going to hold out for the scanner ring. Looks like night. Maybe I'm just too deep. No, I just ran out of power.
Emergency power only.
Oh, here's the data box, though. There's a thing I can scan, I guess. Have I not scanned one of these yet? No, I have. That's a spadefish. Something here is showing up on the scanner, though. Microscope, sample flask, data box, Cyclops fire suppression system.
Acquired.
Oh, I'm not using the scanner. Oops. Yeah. Light stick. I can make a light stick.
New blueprint acquired.
Quite sure what the light stick is for. Is it like a flare that doesn't run out, or deployable lighting? No, I guess it's deployable. It takes a battery. I guess it's a standalone light source. So, kind of like a flare that doesn't run out, I guess. Has a battery, so I guess it doesn't
Warning,
utilize the...
emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Well, I just leave my CMOD, it still has power. Needs some pairs. So dark. I want to put a light source out. There's a data box over there. Huh. Okay, those scary noises are just reef bats, but they still keep freaking me out until I remember what they are. Thermal plant fragment. I don't need that. I have the thermal plant already, but take more titanium for free here. Easy. Oh, there's a... I guess we are still close to that vent. Sparkling peeper. Okay, what is there in here? Power cell charger, yes. Is this enough of those? Yes, it is. I can make power cell chargers.
Acquired.
So now I can charge a power cell without having to put it in a vehicle and then put the vehicle in a moon pool. If I make a power cell charger anyway. Cutter. Let's see what's in this door. There's a nutrient block. Another power cell charger fragment. Data box. Reinforced dive suit.
New blueprint acquired.
Couple nutrient blocks. think that's all that's in here. Might look at the dive suit blueprint and see what it's good for. Oops.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, where's that dive suit thing? You get so many blueprints, it starts to get hard to actually find any of them. See what they do. There it is. Heavy synthetic fiber dive suit providing physical protection and enhanced survival in extreme temperatures. Oh, I probably want to have that. Looks like I just need, looks like I have all the things needed to make that back at my main base. The synthetic fibers I can make with that benzene I just discovered how to make, so. Now let's turn this off. Let's charge up a little bit. Where did I load up my CMOP a little bit? Then I'm going to set this to fragments and see if there are any fragments I missed in those wrecks, or just around. Ooh, it's draining the power fast though. Doesn't seem to be finding any. Guess I'll let that go while I go collect some ruby down below. Maybe some quartz too. Something nasty. I think that's something that wanted to bite me, but not too scary though. Quartz, quartz, quartz. Ruby. 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 Oh, another PDA. I guess I missed that one when I was here before.
PDA data.
Oh yeah, lithium. We're kind of low on lithium too. Gold. I'll still charge a fragment, but need that. Oh, and I'm all filled up. There's another power cell charger fragment. I guess I could have got all the power cell stuff I needed if I had come here sooner. Or if I had not come here sooner, I did come here sooner. If I had looked around more when I came here sooner. See, this little thing isn't hard to find, but I should probably plop a beacon next to it anyway, just so I don't forget it's here or something. Although I also have these cameras I can locate it by, so maybe not need to bother. Yeah, this definitely isn't producing enough power to really maintain the scanner room. Range upgrades on it anyway. Let's let it charge up some. Maybe I can come back with more copper and make a give it some more solar panels. Still want more lithium and ruby in particular. The ruby I used to make aerogel. Oh yeah, and a bed. Bed would be nice too, and then I wouldn't need as many solar panels because I could just sleep through the night. Everything would work again when the sun came out. Oh right, this has those shooty plants down here. Lithium. Ruby. Ruby. These are the other things I need to make aerogel, but of course I have some in my outdoor, my exterior grow bed. Let's pick up a couple. Make some aerogel here if I get enough power. Silver. Lithium. If I can find some copper here, then I won't need to go back to make another thing. Dump all that off. Oh, ruby right there. Down this way a little. I think last time I was here, well, there's the vent actually. I did come around here, although I couldn't take the sea moth this deep back then, I don't think. Really have a real good explore around here. I already scanned this. And that's already scanned. Pick up the healthy peeker. Dead. I feel like I should have a better look around where this thing is. Maybe you don't need to go up. Let's try down this way a little ways. That time capsule? You look tired and lost. Here, have a drink, eat something good, and tell me your story. Oh, I got some cured Reginalds. And a boatload of water. That's right, I was going to leave some of that water habitat, but oh well. I'll consume some of that. And sandstone has some stuff that I'm a little short on right now, so I'll grab that. Ruby, what are you? Oh, this is another power cell charger. Fragment. Making that weird shadow. Sure. But at least this area seems pretty safe. Oh, except for that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
They don't do that much damage. It's really annoying. Okay, and this comes out into the area into... Wait, this is a different area with the ghost vines, I think. Because the one that I was at was way in the opposite direction of here, where Pod 2 was. I'm nowhere near that. But I guess this stuff was maybe around where the Degassi third habitat was. I feel like I should be able to see that on my HUD somewhere. Maybe I don't have it. There's a warp. It just happened. I can see the warper from here. It's far away though. Might not be able to see it very clearly on the stream. Let's see. Beacon moon. Okay, what's that sound? I don't know what that sound is. I'm going elsewhere. To the questionable safety of my little outpost here. Okay, what was I looking for? I was looking for the Degassi 500 meter habitat. Let's make it red, because it's dangerous. It should be down somewhere. Why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. It's like just almost straight down, I guess. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely kind of in that vicinity then. I'm gonna go back, dump some stuff off, get some more things, and then including my scanner room upgrades. Maybe some copper. Swing out to this side a little bit in case I can run into... This is interesting. Maybe I should look around this thing first. Weird. Be on the border of a couple of different things. A lithium deposit there. I don't know, whatever this is, it's kind of, it's big but kind of boring. It also goes straight down into the blood vine things. There's that reef back I keep hearing. I want to go up and see if there's anything to this big land. It seems like it's its own biome. I don't really see anything very unique to it. So there's a little tunnel. Nope, just a little depression. Yeah, no. The sand shark that's all sick and pustuled. And here's a wreck. The new wreck? Maybe. Not sure if I've been to this one or not. Looks like I probably haven't. That fragment I haven't scanned and this door I haven't been shut. Propulsion cannon fragment. Yeah, I can make a propulsion cannon now.
New blueprint acquired.
I believe the propulsion cannon lets me both suck in items so that I can grab them from a distance and also fire things out. Chunks of titanium. Oh, I just brought me outside. Try this one. I'm below half battery on my laser cutter with these wrecks. Probably enough battery for 1 or 2 more. Another propulsion cannon fragment. And a data box that has lightweight high capacity tank, which I already have. Modification station fragment. Laser cutter fragment. But you need the laser cutter to get in here, don't you? Unless there's another way in I can see. Battery charger fragment. On station. Mobile vehicle bay. My inventory's full, so it doesn't do me any good to scan those now. It's already have their blueprints anyway. Okay. Well, I got something good out of that. What fragment is that? Probably one I have already, but scan it. Oh, and I have I could get into the mushroom, jelly mushroom caverns from here. Oh, and there appear to be like lava vents or something that erupt here. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go up this high, or I might have roasted my sea moth and myself in it. But yeah, I could do if I was gonna put a base down here, I could get thermal power from those. For now, though, I'm just gonna get out of here. Something just growled at me. Okay, where's my, there we go, this way. We'll go this way. Wouldn't take that long for me to get home, except I got sidetracked. Home, home, home.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. Yeah, my inventory's full, so I need to dump some things off. You're doing much better on titanium now. Got a keeper to cook. You were frozen for a while? That's too bad. It's plenty warm in here. Let's see. To unload my Seamoth and also unload some of this extra water I have. Fill up my bioreactor, which got apparently used up all of its contents, or they rotted. Nothing inside. Well, Hannah doesn't like it to be cold in the bedroom, so the bedroom is not too cold. Even the main house is pretty warm if you're wearing a hoodie like this. Oh, come on. Ah, I can't hit that marble melon to plant it. There we go. Had a little trouble there. Okay, next thing was going to be unloading the Seamoth, which is the seahorse now. Some of the quartz I might want to leave in there for solar panels, but the solar panels, quartz, titanium, and copper. Really, I just needed the see, let's put 4 quartz back. Well, I put it almost all the way up to almost all the way up to white, and it still looked pretty dark. So I'm not sure how the color of the lettering is on the side. ruby. Do I have any more copper, or am I? I've got a little copper. Well, with all these nutrient blocks, I should probably stow away, stash somewhere too. I think I put a bunch of titanium in the not titanium part. But I did. I guess not a bunch, but a little bit. Quartz, 2 of that. I need synthetic fibers, which are made with, or fiber mesh. I need fiber mesh, which is just a little creep vine. Go ahead and make that, so I'll have it for the bed. Thanks again for the reminder of that, Rayburst. Also, let's save, since I've been forgetting to do that until the very end of the stream every time so far. Okay, I'm gonna put these things in here. It's gonna be for a little outpost. Check our other storage. Do. Really want to get this organized. Maybe next time. Oh, I have a bunch of batteries in this one. These batteries should all be in the battery locker. I thought I had more extra batteries. Speaking of batteries, I need swap. Batteries out of the laser cutter because it's almost out. Everything else, and my flashlight too. The flashlight goes through batteries pretty fast. Food in here. Almost done unloading this thing. I'll leave some. Well, I'll put the titanium in the other side. I need. Oh wait, not here. In the first one. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Might not last too much longer. Maybe go to 8:30 or something. Maybe a little later. I don't know. Right, I want 2 more titanium in here. Well, maybe a few more titanium in here. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Let's swim around the outside. That might actually be faster than running through. Let's make some of this into aerogel now. We'll take less room that way. Aerogel. Ruby, lithium, lead, silver. Grab like 6 titanium, that should be plenty, and we'll grab our scanner room upgrades that I almost forgot again. Then should be all ready to go. Try the white lettering too. I'll try brightening up the lettering as far as it'll go. Name. Actually, it is all the way up on high. I could make it a little less blue and a little more white, but yeah, that makes it even harder to read, I think. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Camera 4. We're heading to camera 4. Maybe I'll swing out this way a little bit. I think that's what I did last time, actually. Maybe not. Oop! Yeah. Oh, one of those things. I probably don't need whatever that fragment is. Let's go check. I need my scanner out to even see what it is. Bioreactor. Yeah, I don't need that, but take it anyway. Scrap. Oh, there's a whole wreck over here. Have I been in this one yet? Hard to say. I would say not, because I don't think I would have skipped this battery charger fragment. Or this PDA. About the Mongolian Independent States, which is the government that the Gossi people were from. Water. Ultra glide fins, I already have that blueprint. I think I'm using them. Battery charger. Battery charger. Battery charger. Well, I was marking the wrecks on the map, and then I stopped. Because these, but it was taking me a fair amount of time to do. Maybe I'll at least mark this one, though. I mean, there's the one that's right by the light, that's kind of right by the light pod that I know I've already gone through, but so I just ignore that one. But oh, okay, that just brought me back here. Okay, let's mark this one on them. So it's 358.98. Subnautica 58.98. This is like 15 degrees. My bot working? Or did I just do my command? Oh, I misspelled Subnautica. Subnautica 358.98.15. There we go. This explored guy should be one at 411.833. So, actually, I guess I can set it right here. 411, 8, 33. There we go. Okay, that was easier and quicker than I thought. And it has a green star on it that you can barely see. The mark that I've opened that one. Okay. Basically, I'm gonna pump up the scanner rate on that thing, and then, oh, this is deep. To see if it picks up anything interesting. Well, I'm not going there. Not going down there yet. Going this way. And then I'll probably think about get another load in the Seamoth, and then probably think about exploring another area. Now, how did you hit me? Where is my Seamoth? Man, how far did it warp me? I can't see my Seamoth anywhere. There it is. Oh, it warped out, even inside the stun bubble. Interesting. Whew. Made my heart race a little. Got a particle scan on him. I don't know if that'll carry over to the next one I try to scan, but... Doesn't seem like that damaged my Seamoth at all, it just yoinked me out of it. I guess I am going down here now. I'll have to look around. This is almost as deep as I can go, and the Degassi habitat is still quite a bit deeper, even though it says it's 500 meters. Guess I won't go down there now. I could still probably get down there if I could either build a base anywhere near there and run some air tubes, although it has to be a self-powered, it wouldn't be a solar-powered base, it needs some other way to power it. Or maybe I could park close enough to it to swim down. It's always kind of risky, though. You have to be able to get back before you run out of air, too. Seems to be nighttime. Oh, I took a lot of damage from something to that. Okay, this thing's fully powered. So not the fabricator. And I didn't actually pull the things out yet. I think I want the storage on this side. No, not the upgrades. Fiber mesh. Pop a solar panel on top, even if it's not going to do me any good right now. I guess it'll let me put one on top of the scanner bar. That seems like it would probably cause some interference, but try. Oh, I still didn't pull out the upgrades. I'll put a bed in here and then sleep till morning. There we go. Getting a little more power now. That one's empty. I think the other stuff is in here. Yeah, there's the scanner upgrades. There we go. Oh, there's the floating island over there, I guess. Now, fragments, data boxes, and wrecks all are things I can scan for. Start with data box. I don't think there'd be another one there that I didn't open already. I didn't think opened ones showed up. Oh, yeah, I guess opened ones do show up again. But I'll see if any more show up. I don't feel an abundant necessity of putting any more solar panels on there. Well, there's one down, or a couple more down deeper. But that's kind of where the Degassi habitat is. Makes sense that there'd be data boxes there. Multiple data boxes. And one way off there for whatever reason. Seems kind of odd that if there are any fragments that would be useful nearby, or at least if there are any fragments nearby. If not, I might just collect a bunch more ruby and be happy with that. No, it doesn't seem like it's picking up any fragments. Nope, maybe the smarter thing would be to try to get down to where the Degassi is.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, let's go for it. I know my stasis rifle works on all the things. I'll just keep that and the repair tool equipped, scanner, and hope for the best. Yeah, I should probably save. Oops. Okay, that was odd. Maybe I should get out of my Seamoth and save in case saving in the Seamoth causes weird problems. Oh, this is the Pod 19 days box that it was seeing. That's what that extra one was. I already got that one. Go up and over out of here. Down again. Turn off my lights for as long as I can keep them off. Maybe things won't spot me too easily. Oh, I wonder what this is. That something new? No, that's a membrane tree. I have seen those before. Maybe that very specific one, even. Now let's grab this ruby while we're here. $390, 430. Crab squid, warper. Ow. Seamoth is not happy. I'm not happy either. There we go. I have power again. Oh, I can't go any deeper though. This way. There's the habitat.
Integrating new PDA data.
Didn't actually get to read that PDA, but hopefully I'll be able to find it again. I hear a warper, but I do not see it. I do not see a way in. Oh, here we go. Alien containment.
New blueprint acquired.
Data box. Cyclops shield generator.
New blueprint acquired.
Could be at least one voice log.
Integrating new PDA data.
How do I get out of here to make sure my...
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Right. Yeah, I'm probably going to want to reload that save because I think I'm about to lose my Seamoth. I can't find it. Frozen too. another data box in there that I really want to get. These things harassing me is making it difficult. Please park the sea moth up higher. Okay, how do I get to that bottom level? Go down from any of these places. Guess maybe I need to find a lower entrance. There, not there. Here we go. Man. Data box. Swim charge fins.
New blueprint.
Coffee machine. Another PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, unless there's some fragments around here, and my scanner didn't pick up any fragments. I think that's it. But I do kind of want to around the very bottom. No, I went bottom, middle. I guess I'm good. Just go take a quick look around. Eat. Let's get out of here. Not that way. Oh, looks like I have to go that way. I don't see another way to go. Oh, there's another crab squid. And my status panel showing no drop frames or anything, so I think it's just on your end. Alright, we are out of the super deep into just the very deep. Turn my lights on. I've already taken my CMOS a little banged up. I don't want to smash its nose into a cliff again. It's very dark. There's no power in here left. That's it. So we got some interesting things. Got blueprint for swim charge fins, which I think don't let me swim as fast as the fins I have now, the ultraglide fins. But what they do let you do is they will, whatever tool you're holding, they will charge the battery in it while you swim. So that's kind of neat. Propulsion cannon is a thing that I could make at some point. I thought we got something else. Alien containment. You can build a tank and hatch eggs in it. Coffee machine. Synthesizes hydrating caffeine-free coffee. Yeah, the prawn suit is still a thing that I probably want to make. Can make a bunch of aerogel now, so that's certainly a possibility.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Let's turn the scanner off here. Anything else show up in here? Heat areas. Wrecks would also be showing data boxes and fragments, so I don't think there are any more wrecks within range of this thing. Okay. I think we're done over here. For now, anyway. Oh, right, all the PDAs. Let's go through the PDAs and then log off here.
Came out of nowhere. An alien kraken, bigger than a cyclops. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. I barely got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. The rupture threw me clear of the habitat, and the monster turned and bore down on me. Just as its tentacles came within reach, neither appeared out of nowhere. She had a sea glide in one hand, a jagged piece of scrap metal in the other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. I'm certain she got her wish, one way or another. Then I thought I saw a light deep below me. I hoped maybe Bart had swum clear. I followed it. Now I wonder whether I saw anything at all. Our oxygen is low. The habitat is gone. I can't see the sky. Something surely has the scent of my blood.
All Torgal. Yeah, the Aurora was sent past this system. Basically to scan for him, because the Aurora had a better scanning equipment than the other search vessels they sent.
Please, stop fighting and listen. We're sick.
It's like I missed a voice last
How?
time.
You've been coughing, right? Feeling itchy? Blisters?
Yeah.
The biometrics would have warned us if we were sick.
It's something new. It's not in the database.
Come on, then. What's it gonna do? Turn us inside out? Dissolve us into jelly?
It's an alien bacteria. It's everywhere. Every organism on this planet. It's altering our genetic code.
How are the creatures surviving if they're infected?
I don't know yet.
Want me to cut some of them open for you? Find out what makes them tick?
No.
Just tell me what you need, son. Materials, equipment.
Just... Can I have some quiet? I need some time to think.
I have had it with you, risking our lives.
Oh, stow it, Chief. The kid can't kill this disease without fish to study. I'm just bringing him home.
But tell her. Tell her I'm right.
You're both wrong. Marguerite, I can't find out how they resist the bacteria if you slaughter them all.
It ain't always they oblige in coming in alive.
He means you're being reckless.
Father, the outcome's no better if we hole up in here and don't go outside. Look, we have to find a middle way.
There is no compromise. Not while she's on my sea base.
Your sea base?
I'm going outside.
Bart, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Bart, come in. It's dangerous. Damn it, boy. I know you can hear me.
Chief. Chief, get off the radio and put on your helmet.
What?
Brace!
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in.
This is Keen. Life pod detached to OK planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain!
Okay. Well, that should do for us for now. I think I might have missed one PDA. I'm not sure if I can scan for those. I think you can, so maybe I didn't miss it. Maybe it was somewhere else, or maybe just doesn't, or maybe they just skipped number 8. I don't know. But yeah, I think that'll do for today. I will remember to save. Next time we'll have we'll have some stuff to take back, and then I'll go plop a scanner room down in maybe some other region that we haven't really visited yet. So yeah. Good night. That was scary is what that was.